Okay, so today we're going over Galatians 1. This is Paul's letter to the churches in Galatia, and some Jewish Christians have come there, and they've been preaching a different gospel, saying that the Gentiles need to be circumcised and follow the traditional customs and rules. And so Paul starts off in his letter just saying how astonished he is that the Galatians have readily accepted this new gospel. It says, I am astonished that you're so quickly deserting the one who called you to live in the grace of Christ, and you are turning to a different gospel, which is really no gospel at all. I like the part where the section that it says, you're so quickly. Down in my Bible notes, beneath the text, it says, so quickly, meaning so soon after your conversion. And I just liked meaning so soon after their conversion, they just so readily accepted this fake gospel, not knowing what was true. And so that just reminded me of what Daniel always tells us, saying, like, before his message, he always says, like, not to just believe what he says, but to actually go to the Bible and figure it out for ourselves, and to learn the truth for ourselves so that we can detect what is truth and what is not real. And so then Paul continues, and then Galatians 1:10 also stuck out to me, where it says, I am now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God, or am I trying to please people? If I were trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. I just like that as a reminder too, just to live as a servant of Christ, rather than living for the world, and trying to please the people here, because constantly trying to find our fulfillment in the world will always come up empty. And so that was just a good reminder that Christ is the only thing that will fill us up. And then so Paul continues talking about, or just defending the authenticity of his gospel as an apostle, and he explains how he was called by God, and how his gospel, the true gospel, he doesn't require Gentiles to be circumcised and follow those traditional rules. And that's where Galatians 1 ends off. So let's pray. Just a minute. All right. Dear Lord, thank you for just being able to gather together, even if we're not physically together. I pray that this would just end your timing, and that we would know that you have a plan through this whole thing, and that your ways are bigger than ours. I pray for those who are sick, that they would be healed, and those fearful, that they would feel your peace during this time. I pray that we would not fall for the false gospels or false preachings, and that we would know the truth, and read the Bible so that we can know the truth and detect those false words from others. And I pray that we would just find our fulfillment in God and live to serve and please Him only, so that we won't constantly be looking in places that won't fill us up. Thank you for just this time together, and that I pray that we would learn more and dig deeper each time. Amen.